Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Loyola. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and Vals. Sorry, a little bit late, had a little technical difficulty, but we are here getting ready to broadcast this game between the Bigfork Vikings, 4-0 on the season against the 3-2 Loyola Rams here from Loyola, Montana. And I'm glad to be here with you. No pregame interview. The team is dealing with some situation. Everybody in Bigfork knows that, and getting ready to play here under heavy hearts. Take a look at it. I'll get you started live. We're getting ready to kick off here in Loyola, so I'll get those lineups for you. Our starting receiving for the Vikings, back deep is Wyatt Hurd to receive for Bigfork, along with Epperly and Ferrier. And kicking off for Loyola will be number 4, Rafe Conzen for the Rams. So the Rams starting offense, Clayton Ogilvie, a wide receiver, number 3, a senior. Keenan Russell's the quarterback, a senior, 5'11", we're number 10. And I'll get you the rest of the starting lineups as we go. Here, we're ready to get kicked off here in Loyola as the Vikings take on the Rams here. Brought to you by Harvest Foods of Bigfork. And see how the kids respond here in Loyola tonight. Kicks it deep, and Epperly will pick it up about the 16-yard line. Takes it out near the 25 and brought down. They're going to spot it, I believe, at the 24. So 8 on the return for Epperly. And the Vikings will go on offense, the starting offense at center, George Brown, 308-pound, 6'3" senior, number 77. The guards are Ethan Rodriguez, number 66, 51, Jordan Betts. The tackles, Trey Rodriguez, number 72, and Braden Goosey, number 74. And we'll go 2 receivers to the left, under center. Shotgun formation. We're all going to go back to Walla. Walla was out. The receiver throws it over the middle. Caught there by Epperly. Up to the 45 on a quick post route by Epperly. So the direct snap went to number 3, Levi Taylor, the running back. And he tosses it to Wallen, who was in the slot. And he throws it over complete to Epperly. First down, 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Bigfork. And Wallen will take the snap, give it off to Taylor. Taylor right side, going to get to the outside. There goes Taylor. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Levi Taylor from 55 yards out runs up the right side for the touchdown for Bigfork here with 11:23 to go in the ball game in the first quarter. So on first down, they come out and a little trick play and throw it from Wallen to Epperly, and then they hit up the right side, Levi Taylor with the handoff. That'll bring on Tristan Hurd for the extra point try for the Vikings. And they're missing one player out there on the extra. Hustle's out there, ready to go, and Hurd. Wallen gets it down. Hurd's kick up and gets it through the uprights. 11:23 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings strike early 7-0 on a 55-yard touchdown by the senior Levi Taylor. And wrapping up the rest of the offense, tight end tonight, Bryce Gilliard, number 10, a 6'3" junior. And then we have the wide receivers, number 6'4" junior, Nick Walker, and Isaac Epperly, the 6'2" junior, number 9, who caught that pass early. Running backs, George Buckton at 5'10", a senior, and wearing number 11. And number 3, obviously, Levi Taylor at 5'10", senior. And then the quarterback is a senior at 172 pounds, 5'10", number 2, Patrick Wallen. Head coach Jim Ben. This is by Adam Jort, Connor Coleman, Ed Buttry, Eric Thornus, and Tristan Clark. So the Vikes strike early here in Loyola. And emotions are going to be high tonight with Bigfork. And They get it done in that first one. So Tristan Hurd will kick off for Bigfork and try to look back who's back deep for Loyola, and I can't quite see the number. It's 30-something, and I'll get that for you here momentarily. So Hurd to kick from his own 40. Deep, a little bit short. Picked up at the 18-yard line, or 17-yard line, and it looks like 34 on the return. Taylon Reynolds, the son of Chase Reynolds, a former Grizz running back, and he'll bring it out across the 30, and they're going to spot it at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 34 here in the first quarter. So 7-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. The Vikings lead here early in Missoula, Montana. Two receivers out to the right, to the left, though doubles. The single setback shotgun for the quarterback. Hands it off inside and brought back. Betts right there, going to take him all the way back. And Reynolds has no place to run as 51 Jordan Betts meets him in the hole and throws him for a loss. We'll see where they stop it or where they mark it there. So Keenan Russell, the quarterback, number 10 for Loyola. It's all the way back just outside the 25-yard line. A loss of about 9. We'll call it 2nd and 19 for Loyola. Russell in the shotgun, single setback, doubles. Receivers on each side, 2. And the snap, he's going to hand off. No, Russell fakes it, going to run up the middle and brought down there. He crosses. There is Levi Taylor in on the tackle for the Vikings. And he'll pick up 1 on the play. We'll call it 3rd down and 18 here for Loyola early in the first quarter. The Vikings. And a lot of fans came down from Bigfork. You can see him on the far side. A lot for Loyola on this side as well. Big student section for the Rams. Here we'll go 3rd down, 3rd and 18. And they'll send out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And shotgun formation is Russell. Single setback is Reynolds. He's going to hand off, fakes it to Reynolds. Reynolds grabs it, and right there grabbing him is 74 for Bigfork on the Reynolds carry. Yeah, that's Braden Goosey on the tackle, the nose tackle, or the nose guard, if you will, for Bigfork. And that'll bring up 4th and 18. And back deep is Epperly and Wyatt Hurd. And I'll see who's punting here for Loyola momentarily. Gets the punt off. That's number 4, their kicker as well. Epperly at the 37-yard line. Going to go up to the right side. Going to get out across the 50. And out of bounds on the far side is Epperly. Run out of bounds. Looks like they're by, 57, which is Sean Polk for Loyola. On the return by Epperly, gets it out right at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. On the punt there by Rafe Konzen for Loyola. So the Vikings will go on offense for the second time here in Missoula, Montana. He'll send Walker and Epperly out to the left side. Wallen in the shotgun with Taylor right next to him. Can look to throw deep over there. Finds Epperly on the slant as he sits down in the middle. Down into Ram territory, down to about the 42. Picks up about 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 2 on a nice pass from Patrick Wallen to Isaac Epperly. So Epperly and Walker again out to the left. Wallen in shotgun formation. Taylor, an inside handoff, gives it up, and brought down is Buckland on the play, who was in the slot. 52 on the stop. Connor Hansen. That's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call a long 2, maybe 3 yards for Bigfork. And Wallen will go in shotgun formation. Walker, Epperly, out to the left side. Taylor right next to Wallen. Give it up to Taylor. Taylor's going to run out to the right side. He's going to take it down near the 35 We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 36-yard line. He needed 3, and I believe he got 7 on the play. And that'll bring up a Viking first down at the 36-yard line of Loyola. 8:06 to go here early in the first quarter on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. And the Vikings lead 7-0 and driving. 2 receivers out. Walker and then in motion goes Buckland left side of the fly sweep, going to run it back inside, and he'll pick up maybe a yard. 34 and 54 on the tackle. That's Kaylor Hall and Reynolds on the tackle. Buckland picks up a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9 for Bigfork. Epperly will go out to the right side. Single receiver. Walker out to the left side. Wallen and shotgun. Taylor right next to him. Buckland on the right side, going to get up. Wallen keeps it, going to run it right up the middle and pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2 on the play. On the bottom of the pile is 52. Connor Hansen with the tackle, and he picks up a yard. We'll call it 3rd and 7 for the Vikings from the 34-yard line, just inside the 34 of Loyola. Wallen, shotgun. 2 receivers up to right. Buckland goes in motion. Wallen fading out, rolling his right, looking to start, ducks underneath, and brought down behind. He had nobody open over on the right side and sacked there by 56. Check that, 55, or 57, excuse me, Sean Polk on the tackle. Back to the 38-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 12. And what are the Vikings going to do? Epperly will go to the right side. Walker out to the left. Wallem will go shotgun formation. And the Vikings will take a timeout. So Bigfork takes a timeout. They're first here in the first half as they lead 7-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. A 1-minute timeout here. And I'll be back. Glad to be here with you. Let me give you the rest of the starters for the offense for the Rams. Clayton Ogilvie is a 6-foot, 180-pound senior, number 3. Keenan Russell, their quarterback, 5'11", 185 senior. We're number 10. Number 12, Jake Jamison, also a wide receiver at 5'6", 155-pound, a sophomore. And Malik Little, wide receiver, 5'11", sophomore, 170 pounds, number 17. The running backs, Taylor Jones, 5'11", 175, sophomore, number 33. Taylon Reynolds, the son of Chase Reynolds, running back, 5'8", 155, sophomore, number 34. Connor Hansen on the line. We got the Connor Hansen, number 52. Kaylor Hall on the line. Carson Tipp, Wynn North, and Bo Meyer. All the offensive linemen for the Loyola Rams. So the Vikings are going to go for it here, I believe, on 4th down, 4th and 12. And you can watch for the quick kick. Epperly goes out wide right. Nick Walker on the left side. Wallen in shotgun formation. Taylor on his left side. Wallen looking. Going to throw it deep. Got a man down the sideline and going up for it and battling for it. And a catch made there to Epperly up the right side. He takes it from all the way down inside the 5, down to the 3. And a nice catch there by Epperly. Goes over the defender and comes down with it. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3 for the Vikings. Single receiver left. I formation is Bigfork. They'll give it to the second guy through and running it up the middle. So Buckland, who is in the eye behind Levi Taylor. Taylor leading him through the hole. Takes it right side in for the touchdown for the Vikings. So 5:56 to go here in the first quarter. And Tristan Hurd on for the extra point try for Bigfork. And Wallen will hold it. Gilliard for the snap for Bigfork. Puts it down. Tristan Hurd's kick is up. It looked good from here, and it is. 5:56 to go. 14-0. The Vikings lead. In the first quarter on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. Demolition And on-site preparation, HansonExcavating.com at 837-1051. Excavating and grading business for 30 years. Fred Hanson and Hanson Excavating, proud sponsor of Bigfork Vikings football. Here, Friday Night Lights, 5:56 to go here in the first quarter. And Vikings up 2 touchdowns, 14-0 early. And you wondered how the Vikings were going to come out here on a very emotional week for them. As they lost one of their teammates and coming out to play for him. And so they're playing well tonight so far. And Hurd will kick off. And 34, Reynolds will be back deep to receive for Loyola here in Missoula, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. 406-270-7384. Text me and I'll give you a shout out that you're listening. And here goes Hurd's kick. He squibs it down the middle and covered up there by number 11, Coulter Russell, freshman wide receiver and linebacker for Loyola. He'll cover it up at the 42-yard line of the Rams. And Tristan usually kicks that down a little bit farther. Didn't want to kick it deep, and they want to play defense. So 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 42-yard line. They'll go doubles. 2 receivers on each side. Single back, setback Reynolds next to Russell in the backfield. And Russell in the shotgun for the Rams. Snap to Russell, looking to throw. Throws it out to the right side, complete. Wallen in on the stop, along with Wyatt Hurd. Pass complete, Malik Little on the reception for Loyola. Enough for first down, takes it to Bigfork territory at the 48. So 1st and 10 for the Viking 48-yard line. And they'll go trips out to the right side, single receiver left. Russell, Reynolds in the backfield. Russell in shotgun formation, the quarterback. Looks to drop back. Pressure getting put on up early. And Russell gets out the left side. Buckland's going to be right there. And Buckland tackles him out of bounds at about the 30. And right at the 30, he'll pick up 18 on the play. And 1st and 10 for Loyola here in the first quarter. 14-0, the Vikes lead on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Just need to put pressure on Russell. Experienced quarterback. They'll run 2 receivers out to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Reynolds on the right side of Russell in shotgun formation for the Rams. Snap. Russell on the keeper. And Russell grabbed from behind and brought down there by Betts. Ferrier helping as well, and Russell will take it down to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 for Loyola. So the Rams on the move. 33, running back Taylor Jones comes in. And it'll bring up 2nd and 5. They'll run 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. Reynolds switches to the left side of Russell in the shotgun for Loyola. Looking to snap. Inside handoff on the wing back. That's 33 who just came in to the game. And Wyatt Hurd along with Bryce Gilliard on the stop. And no gain on the play. Maybe a gain of 1. We'll call it 3rd down and 4 on the carry by Taylor Jones. So Taylor Jones was in on the wing and came across, got the handoff. They'll run trips out to the left side. Single receiver right. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his right side of the backfield. Here on 3rd down. Snap to Russell. Russell looking. Throws over the middle. Finds a guy wide open. Fumbles right to the hands. And Bigfork has it running up the right sideline. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. So Russell completed the pass out there to the left side and in and out of the hands, right into the hands of Patrick Wallen, the safety for the Vikings, and he takes it about 80 yards back to the house and a touchdown for Bigfork. So the old chip drill there, you practice that on defense, and Hurd will come on for the extra point try as Loyola was driving down to score, and big defensive play by the Vikings. Here comes Hurd, gets the tee, comes in the ball game, ready. And Wallen to put down the hold on the snap by Gilliard. It's a snap. Wallen gets it down. Hurd's kick up. And Hurd kicks it right down the middle. So 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings up 21-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here in Missoula, Montana against the Loyola Rams. I'll take a brief timeout and be back here with the rest of the first quarter here from Loyola. All right, we're back here in Missoula, Montana. The Vikes up on your Montana Athletic scoreboard. 3:30 to go in the first quarter, up 21-0. Back deep, Reynolds. And just in front of him is number 17, Malik Little, to receive from the Vikings from Tristan Hurd. I don't know if you heard at home last week, I made that mistake. You know, I said Tristan Clark getting ready for the extra point try to kick off and corrected myself. That does happen. Anyway, here goes Hurd's kick from his own 40 here in the first quarter. Squibs it all the way down. Vikings down near the 12-yard line, picked up there by Reynolds. Going to run to the right side, host of Vikings right there, and he has nowhere to go as the Vikings cover that up. 44-32 in on the stop. 44 is Vaughn Penley, and 32, Andrew Olson for the Vikings. We'll stop Reynolds at the 15-yard line. Nice kick by Hurd that time, and nice special teams by the Vikings here. So 1st and 10 for Loyola here from their own 15-yard line with 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Russell. Shotgun formation. Reynolds next to him. Two receivers right, one left. Hands it off to Reynolds, left side. Reynolds breaks a few tackles, went to the middle. Right there is Levi Taylor, one of the Vikes on the stop of Reynolds. Takes it out to the 26-yard line, picks up 11 on the play, and it'll bring up first down for Loyola. Under 3 minutes and counting to go in the first quarter. A shout out to Ron and Jamie Wenzel listening. Thank you. And Jack and Donna Grenier as well listening from home. Doubles. Two receivers on each side. Shotgun formation. Reynolds right next to him on the left side. Going to hand it off to Reynolds. Reynolds up the middle. And Wyatt Hurd right there, the linebacker for Bigfork, stops Reynolds, but Reynolds picks up out to the 29-yard line. He'll pick up about 4, or check that, we'll call it 3 on the play, and brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Rams. And they'll send doubles out to the left side, single receiver on the right. And Russell will go shotgun formation. Reynolds, the sophomore, right next to him on his right side. Russell, snap. Looking to throw, throws a screen out here, and right there to meet him. Nice job there. Wallen jumps up, jumps the screen. Must have saw that on film. He jumps him, makes him lose all the way back to the 24. And it'll be 3rd and 12 as the pass is complete out to Jamison from Russell on the wide receiver screen. So 3rd and 12. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation, Russell. Reynolds in the backfield. Russell rolling out to his right side. Going to get chased down, throws it up, and looking to find 17, Malik Little. And Russell's pass goes out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down for Loyola. And 4th and 12 from their own 24-yard line. And they're going to be kicking. That'll be number 4, Rafe Conzen, doing the punting for Loyola. Back deep. It'll be Wyatt Hurd along with Isaac Epperly to receive for the Vikings. Standing back inside at their 45-yard line. Snap to Conzen, gets off the kick. Over the right side, Wyatt Hurd comes up and grabs it, calls for the fair catch. Wisely catches it about the 49 or 50-yard line. Yeah, they're going to mark it right at the 50, and the Vikings will take it over at 1st and 10 here on the 50-yard line, right at midfield with 1:10 to go here in the first quarter. And they're leading 21-0 on your UPS store scoreboard. Hey, for all your printing and shipping needs, 439 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002, including banners and posters. UPS store. Brad Stodsill and the gang. Single receive to the right, 1 to the left. Wallen, shotgun formation, can hand it off. Inside handoff, gives it up to Buckland. Buckland spins up the left side, takes it out deeper into Ram territory right at the 40. And he picks up exactly 10. And as we say at home, that'll bring up a Bigfork Vikings, and you say 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Vikes from the Rams' 40-yard line, and just under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Wallen, shotgun formation. On his right side is Taylor. Going to hand off. Taylor right up the middle. Going to break it out to the right side. He's at the 30. He's down the 20. Inside at 10. Nice cutback and a nice block by the wide receiver, Nick Walker. And touchdown, Vikings. Levi Taylor from 40 yards out runs it in the end zone for the touchdown, with 35.1 to go here in the first quarter. And that'll bring Hurd on for the extra point try for the Vikings. And this extra point brought to you by Hanson Excavating. So Tristan Hurd to kick the extra point for the Vikes. Wallen gets it down. Hurd's kick up. And Hurd right through the center for the Vikings. 35.1 to go here. And the extra point is good on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. It is the Vikings leading 28-0 here in the first quarter. And we'll take a brief timeout, and be back here in Missoula, Montana with the Vikings leading. All right, we're back here in Missoula, Montana. Big shout out to the Valkyrie volleyball team. You know, they're only 4-0 in conference and have a big matchup tomorrow. You want to get over to Bigfork High School. Yeah, freshmen get underway at 1, followed by JV at 2:30 and varsity at 4 as they take on the Thompson Falls Lady Bluehawks. And a big shout out to the volleyball team. They've been playing great volleyball. They're over at the Jort's house, so shout out to Ariel, Brenda Jort, and the Jort family and the whole volleyball team there. So good luck. Tristan Hurd to kick off. And Reynolds deep back at his 10-yard line to receive the kickoff here with 35.1 to go here in the first quarter. Here's Hurd's kick. Squibs it right down the middle and covered up about the 28-yard line by the Rams. Kicks it short. Looks like 53 on the recovery. Ray Johnston, a freshman lineman for Loyola. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 28-yard line here with 33.8 to go in the first quarter. And the Vikes leading 28-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard. Vikings in a 3-4 defense. Loyola sends 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Reynolds next to Russell in the backfield. Russell, shotgun formation for the Rams. Snap. And Russell on the keeper, running out to his right side, runs out of room, and brought down there. Epperly on the tackle. Takes him down. A flag flies on the play as Reynolds gets across the 30 out to the 33. And they're going to call face mask against Bigfork. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, personal foul. And that should take it out to the 48-yard line of Loyola, and it does. So on the tackle, Epperly gets called for the face mask. And 1st and 10 for Loyola at their own 48. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Reynolds right next to Russell in the shotgun formation on his left side. Russell takes the snap, gives it off to Reynolds. Reynolds right there, met in the hole. Vikings playing great defense right in the middle. And 56 along with 72 in on the tackle for the Vikings. That's Dale Relier along with Trey Rodriguez, and he'll pick up out to the 49-yard of Bigfork. So picks up 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7, and that's the end of the first quarter. So on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, after 1 here from Loyola, Montana. Actually, Missoula, Montana, Loyola, Sister Rita Mudd Event Center, and Loyola Sacred Heart High School football field. It's the Vikings leading 28-0. We'll be back with the second quarter here from Missoula, Montana. Ogilvie on the reception on a quick out there. And that'll take it down to the 39-yard line of Bigfork and bring up 1st down for Loyola. Taylor in on the tackle again. And 1st and 10 for the Rams at the Viking 39-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right, so doubles formation. Reynolds right on the right side of Russell. Shotgun formation for the Rams. Russell gives it up to Reynolds. Reynolds right up the middle. He'll take it down near the 35. They'll spot it at the 36. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. And Wyatt Hurd in on the tackle for the Vikings. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for Loyola. A nice cool night. Was about 72 degrees when I got here. Doubles. Reynolds, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his left side. Takes the snap. Looks. Hands up to Reynolds. Reynolds right up the middle. And grabbed initially. Betts. Goosey had him by his shirt tail. Slowed him up. And then Betts finished him off. But not before he got down to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for Loyola. So a big 3rd down play here, and they might even go for it on 4th down. So the Vikings for the defense being able to hold so far, and they'll go doubles, 2 receivers on each side. Reynolds, left side of Russell's. Russell's shotgun formation for the Rams. Snap, going to give it up to Reynolds. Reynolds right up the middle. And brought down is Reynolds. He's going to be short. Looks like 72. Looks like Gilliard and 72 for Bigfork. In on the stop. That's Trey Rodriguez. He'll take it down to the 32. That's going to bring up 4th and 3. They need to get down to about the 29-yard line of Bigfork. And 4th down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation is Russell. Reynolds right next to him. Going to get it off. And Reynolds keeps it. Grabbed to the backfield by Nick Walker. Nick Walker sacks Reynolds for a loss. All the way back to the 34-yard line. And Bigfork will take over on downs as the Vikings defense holds here on 4th down for Loyola. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 34-yard line with 8:37 to go to halftime. And the Vikings leading 28-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. So the Vikings both ways when Loyola was driving, coming up with key plays on the tip drill to Wallen and returns it for a touchdown. And then right there, Nick Walker on the sack of the quarterback keeper, keeping him from getting a first down and turnover on downs. Two receivers out left. Wallen, shotgun formation, handles the snap, looking. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man out there. Oh, intended for Walker and knocked away there by number 3, Clayton Ogilvie. Wallen's pass, he bobbled the snap initially, then finally had Walker on the post route and threw it up there, and Walker nearly came down with it. Ogilvie knocked it away at the last minute. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes from their own 34-yard line, and they'll put two receivers out to the right side. Shotgun formation. Get it handed off to Ferrier. Ferrier right side. He'll be brought down in the backfield by Loyola. Number 33 on the stop, Taylor Jones. And along with Reynolds as well. He'll lose it back to the 31, so loss of 3. 3rd and 13 for the Vikings. On that handoff to Ferrier out of the wing. Two receivers to the right on the near side. And Wallen will take it, give it off to Taylor. Taylor getting out to the left side. There goes Taylor. He's out to the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Keep going up the sideline. Tripped up at the last minute is Levi Taylor on the far side. Otherwise, he was going to the house again. Malik Little in on the stop for Loyola. Not before Levi Taylor gets down to the 32 of the Rams, and 1st and 10 for Bigfork. Here with 7:45 to go here in the first half here from Missoula, Montana. Walker, Epperly, right side. Wallen, shotgun formation. In motion. And Wallen will keep it right up the middle. Spin move. Wallen gets by him. He's going to get it down. He gets it down near the 22-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. That could be enough for a first down, depending where they spot it, and it is. And they're going to spot it at the 22-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Vikes. He needed 10, he got 10, and the chains need to move. As Wallen will go shotgun formation, Taylor on his right side. Walker, Epperly on the right side. In motion is Ferrier. Gives the second man through is Taylor. Taylor up the middle. He takes it down inside the 15. A pack of Rams in on the stop. Led there by number 17, Malik Little for the Rams. And I believe they're going to spot it at the 15-yard line. Must have been a flag on the play. I'll get that momentarily, and it's on the Vikings. And they call holding on Bigfork. That'll push them back 10 yards from the spot, all the way back to the 32. So 1st and 20 for the Vikings. 6:34 to go here till halftime. Walker, Epperly, right side. Throws it out, complete to Walker on the screen. Got lead blockers out there. Walker gets it across down inside the 20, past the original line of scrimmage, and they'll spot it at the 19. So he picks up 13 on the play, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for Bigfork on a nice screen to Walker, the wide receiver for Bigfork, and a nice blocking up front by Ferrier along with Epperly. They'll send Walker and Epperly out to the wide side, the far side, the left side for Bigfork. Wallen, shotgun formation. On his left side is Taylor. Wallen rolls out to his left, throws it deep, got a man in the end zone, and caught there for the touchdown. Touchdown, Vikings. Nick Walker on the flag route for Bigfork. Gets the pass from Wallen as he rolls out to his left side and throws it up to the corner of the end zone. And Walker, a 6'4" junior, goes up and gets it for Bigfork. So you need that height, and he used that height well. There does Walker. A nice pass by Wallen. Hurd on for the extra point try for the Vikings. Snap up, gets kicked up, and good. So Hurd's kick is good. 5:45 to go here till halftime. The Vikings lead 35-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. Shout out to Janine Reichenbach listening. Yep, like all of us, giving love out to our Bigfork players with heavy hearts this week. So they come out and they surely are playing tonight with a lot of emotion, but playing well. So 35-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard here from Loyola, and the Vikes lead. All right, somebody had come in and asked me a question about 35 and the kickoff. Yeah, it'll be a running clock unless it drops below 35, and that's what he was checking on. So Hurd to kick off. Back deep is Reynolds. Hurd's kick. Squib kick. Loyola will come up with a 25 and brought down there. Hurd in on the tackle. The kicker for the Vikings. And brings it out to the 29-yard line. That was 17, Malik Little. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Loyola. And the clock should run here in the first half. The rest of the way, as long as it's a 35-point lead. And that's what the Vikes have on the UPS Store scoreboard. Uphill battle for the Rams. Reynolds will go on the right side of Russell. Doubles out. Russell, shotgun formation for the Rams. Looking to drive and get on the scoreboard. They've had a couple good drives. Slant over the middle for Malik Little. Throws it in the dirt. Incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Loyola. And they'll spot it back at the 29. 2nd and 10 for the Rams here from Missoula. They'll send out one receiver to the right, 2 on the left side. And Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his left side. And the snap gives it up to Reynolds. Reynolds met right there in the hole. And getting up. George Brown in on the tackle, number 77 for the Vikings. He loses a yard on the play, 3rd and 11 for Loyola. We're down to 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It is homecoming night, so extended halftime. I'll get you your halftime stats as well. And they'll send 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Russell, shotgun formation. And the whistle blows. And Loyola will take a timeout. 3:46 to go here till halftime. And on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard, the Vikings lead 35-0. And I'll be back with more of the first half here from Missoula, Montana on BFSD Events here on YouTube. Friday Night Lights, Bigfork Vikings football. All right, we're back here in Missoula, and it's 3rd and 11 for the Rams. Russell will go shotgun formation. Reynolds right next to him. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. From their own 28-yard line. Russell looking to throw deep, throws it out here in the flats. And can't tell if he called it incomplete. Incomplete on the pass intended for Malik Little as he hits the ground, as Russell's pass falls short at about the 34-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th and 11 from their own 28. And number 4, Rafe Conzen to kick. Epperly, along with Wyatt Hurd, back to their own 40 to receive the punt of Conzen for Missoula. Nearly blocked there by 74. And receiving it is Wyatt Hurd. Fair catch. Takes it out to the 48-yard line of Bigfork. And 74 there. Braden Goosey right up the middle. Nearly blocks it and holds up the punter so he doesn't run him over and get the penalty. And Wyatt Hurd takes it at the 48 on the fair catch. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes on their own 48-yard line with 2:35 to go. And a 35-0 lead here on your Harvest Food scoreboard. So Wallen will go under center, I formation. Can he get it off? Right up the middle is George Buckland. Takes it down to about the 45. They'll spot it at the 46-yard line. Picks up 6 and 2nd down and 4 for the Vikings at the Ram 46-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go to halftime. And Nick Walker out to the left side wide. It'll be I formation. Wallen will go under center. And Buckland behind Taylor in the I formation. Wallen just waiting for him to count down, run out the clock. Snap to Wallen. Going to give it off. Gives it off to Buckland. Buckland going to run up the middle. Hit by a few Rams. He'll be short. He'll lose a yard or 2 on the bottom of the pile. 55 for Loyola, along with 34. 34 is Reynolds, I know that. And 55 is Tip on the tackle for the Rams. Back to the Loyola 48-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Bigfork. So 3rd and 6, under a minute to go. Wallen under center, I formation. And toss it out. Gives it up to Ferrier. Ferrier going to break it out to the left side. Oh, gets tripped up at the last minute. And trying to see. Taylor Jones on the tackle, trips up Ferrier. But he takes it down to the 45-yard line. And 4th and 4 with under 20 seconds to go. So the Vikings will snap it to run out the clock here. Wallen will wait. I formation, Taylor. And Buckland behind him. Nick Walker out to the left side. Wallen snaps it. Gives it up the middle. Gives it up Taylor. Taylor will take it down inside the 35, all the way down to the 30. And the clock will run out. Tackle there. And number 3 in on the tackle, I believe, yes, for Loyola. That was Clayton Ogilvie. But Levi Taylor runs out the clock as he gets it down inside the 35. So your halftime score on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. It is the Bigfork Vikings 35, the Loyola Rams 0. I'll be back with more and your halftime show here from Missoula, Montana, and get your stats here at halftime. Once again, James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. Glad to be here with you in Missoula, Montana, as the Vikings are taking on the Rams conference play here. And I'll be back with halftime momentarily from Missoula.
For a fan from Bigfork, be sure I can invite you over to have a nice shaving dog or walking taco. $2 slice pizza over here for homecoming. You're certainly welcome to come have a slice. Just a reminder for all our Ram fans, all of the concession proceeds stay right within the athletic program, so you're supporting the athletes as you stuff your face. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, get your cameras. It's that very special time of year that every high school student gets to enjoy. We call it a homecoming. We take this opportunity to nominate candidates for senior king and queen, and elect a homecoming king and queen. This year we've got some great candidates. First, would you please welcome Mr. Connor Hanson and Miss Natalie Clevenger.
Well, welcome back to Missoula, Montana, as the Vikings lead 35-0 here at halftime. And halftime brought to you by Hanson Excavating, 837-1051. Demolition and site preparation, HansonExcavating.com. Excavating and grading, business for 30 years. Fred Hanson and Hanson Excavating, proud sponsors of Viking football. Here, Friday Night Lights, as the Vikings lead 35-0 on your scoreboard. And take a look at your halftime stats on a very emotional night. So Vikings scored 28 in the first, 7 in the second. So got off the snide really quickly. Leaders for Bigfork: Wallen 5 of 6, 96 yards and a touchdown. Taylor 6 carries, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Epperly 3 receptions, 64 yards. Loyola Keenan Russ 4 of 7, 20 yards. Russell on rushing 6 for 43. Malik Little 2 receptions, 20 yards. Let's take a look at team stats. Overall at halftime, plays 23 for Bigfork, 23 for Loyola, but the big difference is yards, 274 to 74, so outgaining Loyola by 200 yards in the first half alone. Time of possession, 8:02 for Bigfork, 13:08 for Loyola. Loyola had two good drives, but the Bigfork defense held up and were able to stop them. Rushing attempts, 17 for 178 for Bigfork, 16 for 54 for Loyola. Passing 5 of 6 by Wallen, 4 of 7 by Loyola. Passing yards 96 to 20. 1 interception by Bigfork, and Wallen returns it all the way to the house. 80 yards on that interception return. First downs, 11 for Bigfork, 6 for Loyola. Third down conversion, 2 for 4 for Bigfork, 2 for 6 for Loyola. And on fourth down, a big one, the Vikings are 2 for 2. And Loyola has not gone for it on fourth down. Punt average, no punts by Bigfork, 3 for 29.7 for Loyola. Taking a look at, obviously, Wallen 5 for 6, 196 yards and 1 touchdown to Nick Walker. Levi Taylor 6 for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. Buckland 6 for 18 and 1 touchdown. Wallen 3 for 7, and Ferrier 2 for -1. Epperly 3 catches, 64 yards. Nick Walker 2 for 32, and that nice touchdown from Wallen. Ferrier 0 for 0. Defensive led by Wyatt Hurd with 3.5 total. Levi Taylor 2.5. Betts 2.5. Wallen, Gilliard, Buckland 2 apiece. Venegas 1.5. Epperly, Goosey, Trey Rodriguez 1 apiece. A half tackle credited to Hurd, Von Penley, Ethan Rodriguez, Nick Walker, Ferrier, George Brown, and then Abney. Also with the interception, they said it was Jackson Abney. I'll have to see if that is correct. I had Wallen on the return for the interception touchdown. Tristan Hurd 5 for 5 on extra point try. Nice job there by Tristan Hurd. Epperly punts 1 for 12. Or punt return, 1 for 12. Ferrier 1 for 4. And kick returns, Isaac Epperly 1 for 8. Overall, 178 yards rushing for Bigfork here in the first half. So a nice job there by the Vikings. And scoring-wise, you want to know that? Okay, I'll give you out the scoring. Barely got going in the first quarter. 11:23 to go first quarter. Taylor, 55 yards on the touchdown. Hurd's kick is good, 7-0. Buckland for 3 yards in the touchdown. And Hurd's kick is good. Russell's pass complete to Malik Little, then interception, they said, by Jackson Abney. Point good by Tristan Hurd, so I might be incorrect. I saw a 2. Abney is 21, and Wallen is 2. Returns it for the touchdown. And let me see what they had at 21. I had it for 80 yards, and I'm not sure what they had it on that return. Then Levi Taylor, 40 yards, touchdown. Hurd's kick is good. And that wraps up the first quarter. Then the second quarter, Wallen competes to Nick Walker from 20 yards out for the touchdown. Hurd's kick is good. And that's your halftime score, 35-0. The Vikes lead on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. I'll be back with the second half here from Loyola, Missoula, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows. Glad to be with you here. Friday Night Lights with the Vikings.
Was a cross-country retreat at Cedar Lake Drive during the freshman year. I'd like to thank Coach Heidi, parents, brother, and Mr. Ben. Sam's final words. Thanks for the years of support, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Kershaw. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together and recognize Abby Jo Strader. Abby's been escorted by her mom, Heidi Bridges. Abby's been a part of the team for 4 years. Plans including going to college and getting the heck out of here. Fun fact about Abby Jo is that she's left-handed. Her most memorable moment during her career is crying before her first race and her brother telling her to toughen it up. Got a good brother there. Cowgirl up. Abby Jo would like to thank her mom, her brother, and her sister for all their support over the years. And her final words to Ram fans and Breaker fans is state cross country is at home on October 23rd at the University of Montana Golf Course. Be there or be square. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Jo Strader. Our last candidate tonight, please put your hands together for Wyatt Clifton. Wyatt's escorted by Debbie Clifton and Brother Cole Clifton. Brother Cole must be really small. Wyatt's been part of the program for 4 years and plans to go to culinary school and hopefully own his own bakery someday. That's great aspiration, brother. I wish you the best of luck with that. That'd be awesome. Fun fact about Wyatt is that he was born in Russia. Born in Russia. And his most memorable moment was the moment going shopping for the kids with Mr. Klein. He'd like to thank every one of his teachers, his mom and dad, for helping him through every bit of the cross-country journey. His final words for the Rams and Breakers fans I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wyatt Tipton. Hey kids and parents, on behalf of the faculty, the school, and all the other parents, we'd like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending us your kids, for making our cross-country program the success it is. And to you, graduating seniors, we wish you the best of luck in all your future endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 cross-country senior athlete.
All right, welcome back to Missoula, Montana. Here, as the Vikings lead at halftime, On your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard, 35-0. And here comes the Vikings back out for the second half, and they'll get 3 minutes to do their warm-up, and then they'll receive the second half, I believe, second half kickoff, if I remember correctly, but who knows. So as long as it's 35-0, that's a running clock, so Vikings will have to keep it up. If it drops below 35, obviously the clock will stop, but going here. In the second half. Well, thank you to my sponsors. Obviously, Bigfork Harvest Foods, Montana Athletic Club, UPS Store, and Hanson Excavating for sponsoring Bigfork Vikings football here on Friday night here from Missoula, Montana. And here comes the Vikings. Don't forget tomorrow, big match. Really big match. I want you all out there, student section, all you kids, and all the parents out there. Come out and watch the Bigfork girls volleyball team. They're playing outstanding volleyball. 4-0 in conference. I believe it's 4-0, yeah. Yep. They beat Plains, Mission, Eureka, and Troy. So they take on the fifth member tomorrow. They'll take on the Thompson Falls Lady Blue Hawks. Gets underway. The freshmen get underway and start things off at 1 o'clock, followed by JV and then varsity about 4 o'clock. Get there early, get your seat, and be ready to have a really rocking good time there in the Bigfork Gymnasium as the Valkyries take on the Lady Blue Hawks in volleyball action. A battle for the conference lead here early in the first half or halfway through the conference schedule. So about 1 minute to go. We'll do the kickoff here in the second half. Kickoff brought to you by the UPS Store. All your printing and shipping needs for $39 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana, 837-2002, including banners and posters. Brad Stodsill and the folks at the UPS Store, proud sponsors of Bigfork Vikings football and Valkyrie volleyball here. So about ready to go. And I stand corrected. Loyola will receive, I believe, the second half kickoff. Reynolds back deep, along with 17, Malik Little in front of him. Reynolds back to the 10-yard line, and 10 yards in front of him is Little. And the Vikings coming out. They got 40 seconds. Get ready for that kickoff here in the second half. And that should be Tristan Hurd kicking for Bigfork. And they're heading left to right. Loyola right to left here in Missoula, Montana. A nice evening here in Missoula. It was a beautiful afternoon. It was about, like I told you, 72 degrees and some sunshine down here when we got here at the start of the game. Now we're here into the second half. 406-270-7384. Text me. Let me know if you're listening out there. I'll gladly give you a shout out and thank you for listening to Viking football. Well, the Vikes are ready to kick off here to start the second half. And Hurd tees it up and ready to go here from Missoula, Montana. Here's his kick. Kicks it, scribbles it down deep. Reynolds hands picks it up about his 14-yard line. He's going to run to the right side and brought down. Nice tackle there. Venegas on the tackle. And talking to his mom, he wasn't going to even play, and they decided to come out and play this year for the Vikings. He made a nice open field tackle there on Taylon Reynolds back at the 16-yard line. So picks up 6 on the return. Venegas on the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 for Loyola. They'll go doubles with Russell in the shotgun. Reynolds in the backfield with him. Russell takes the snap, low snap, picks it up, gives it off to Reynolds. Reynolds running up the middle. Grab, pull down from behind. That's Wyatt Hurd in on the tackle for Bigfork, along with, I believe, 66 for Bigfork. That's Ethan Rodriguez. Reynolds will pick up 9 and bring up 2nd down and 1 for the Rams. And Loyola will send out 1 receiver wide right to the left. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his left side, and the whistle blows. Loyola is going to take a timeout here early. 10:36 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And timeout taken by the Rams. Their first of 3 allowed in the 2nd half. And UPS Store scoreboard says the Vikings lead 35-0. And they're playing Sweet Caroline just like we do back home. I'm sorry, their crowd doesn't sound as good as you guys do at home, to tell you the truth. You guys do a fantastic job. Well, Friday Night Lights, the Vikings here in Missoula, Montana. Up 35-0. And Loyola will send 2 receivers out to the right, 1 way out to the left side. And Russell will go shotgun formation. Reynolds off his right side behind him. And he'll switch over to the left side, Will Reynolds. Russell with the snap, looking up the middle, runs the counter play, far side. Jones on the carry. He's going to get enough for a first down as he crosses the 30 out to the 33. Looks like Hurd on the tackle on the far side, and they'll spot it at the 33-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Rams. Doubles. Single setback. Shotgun formation for Russell. Snap. Looking. Throws out the screen. Airplay rolls inside. And brought down, comes about, helps out with the tackle. Along with Gilliard. Pass completed. Out there, number 11. Coulter Russell, his younger brother, completes out to the 47-yard line of Loyola. 1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 47, and 9:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, they'll send out doubles, 2 receivers each side. Russell, shotgun formation, Reynolds on his right side. Russell takes a snap, gives it up to Reynolds. Reynolds stopped right there, right up the middle. Ethan Rodriguez up top. Braden Goosey down low. Stops him in the hole for a loss of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12. From their own 45-yard line. Russell, shotgun formation, trips out to the right side, single receiver to the left, and Reynolds on the left side of Russell in the backfield. Russell takes the snap, looks, the toss right there. Russell gets waylaid, tried to get rid of it. Wyatt Hurd right there hits Russell for a loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 17 for the Rams. On a nice play by Wyatt Hurd from his linebacker spot. Rushes in and takes Russell down for the loss. So 3rd and 17 from the 40-yard line of Loyola. And they'll send 2 receivers out to the right side. Single receiver left. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds off his right side. Russell with the snap, trying to roll out to his right. Pressure put on by Bigfork. Betts trying to chase him down. Betts from behind. George Brown over there as well, and runs him out of bounds on the far side, short of the original line of scrimmage. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say he went out at the 46-yard line, I believe. Yes, they're going to spot at the 46. Yeah, that brings up 4th and 11. And that'll bring up number 4, Rafe Conzen, to punt for the Rams. And Hurd, Epperly back deep to receive. Wyatt Hurd calling for the fair catch at his own 27-yard line. Nice job there by Wyatt Hurd. It'll be Bigfork football at their own 27-yard line. And 7 minutes and counting to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings up 35-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. Keeps up this way. Jim Ben promised to join me on the postgame show and bring one of the players, so you might want to stick around and listen to that interview and see what the coach has to say about his team and this ball game. So just letting you know, we'll have a post-game show here from Missoula. 2 receivers out to the right. Wallen, shotgun formation, looking. Throws it deep. Got some man. Nick Walker on the catch. Takes it out. Check that. That's Epperly on the catch. He takes it down across the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. He's going to pick up 20 on the carry and a first down for the Vikes. It's kind of hard to see those numbers across 6 and 9 as they're crossing the field, but that was Epperly on the nice pass there from Wallen. Walker will go out wide left. I formation, Wallen under center. Taylor, behind him is Buckland in the I. They'll give it out to Buckland. Buckland right up the middle, going to break out to the right side, 50. He's down to the 40, breaks back in, and taken out of bounds by Russell is George Buckland. Takes it from the 47 of Bigfork all the way into Ram territory, and they're going to spot it at the 37-yard line. So pick up a 16 on the play and a first down for the Vikings at the 37 of Loyola. I formation, Buckland behind Taylor. Wallen under center. Single receiver out to the left side is Walker. Fakes it. Hands off. Inside. Taylor with the carry. And brought down there by Reynolds along with 33, Jones, as Taylor gets down to the 30-yard line. He picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Vikings. Nick Walker left, wide left. Wallen under center, I formation. Hurd gets the ball, runs it right up the middle, and nearly runs over number 3 for Loyola. Clayton Ogilvie brings down Wyatt Hurd. Hurd takes it inside the 25 down to the 24 of Loyola, and 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the Loyola Rams 24-yard line. They'll continue I formation. Wallen under center. Hurd behind Taylor. Give it up to Hurd. Hurd will break it in right side. He takes it down near the 20-yard line as the offensive line leads the way for the Vikes. And Hurd right at the 20-yard line. Picks up 4, 2nd down and 6 for Loyola. 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. The Vikings lead 35-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Walker out to the left. Epperly out to the right, or Buckland out to the right, excuse me. Wallen looking, slant, throws it up high. Nice catch there by Buckland. It's going to be overthrown. Buckland jumps up and pulls it down near the 16-yard line. From Wallen, and enough for a first down. Or check that, 3rd down. They got to get down to the 13-yard line, so we'll call it 3rd down and 2 for the Vikes. Wallen, shotgun formation. Motion goes Ferrier. Gives it up to Taylor. Taylor right up the left side. Going to take it in for the touchdown. Check that. Buckland on the carry. Buckland for the touchdown. From 16 yards out from the wing, George Buckland scores it for the Vikings. And 2:33 and counting. That'll bring on Tristan Hurd. And Wallen on the hold. It looks like Taylor now the snapper for the Vikes. A little change by Coach Ben. Wallen gets the snap down. Kick by Hurd is up. It's good by Tristan Hurd. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Vikes lead 42-0 on UPS Store scoreboard here from Missoula, Montana. And a great job there by the Vikings. Nice run and touchdown there by Buckland. And Hurd perfect on the night in extra points tries, as he is 6 for 6 on the night. A little change up in the snapper, and Wallen's still the holder and Hurd's still kicking it, and they're getting it down after, I think, last week and having a little bit of issues. Thank you. I appreciate great job from somebody. I'm not sure who texted that to me, but thank you. I appreciate it. Nice job by the boys. You know, I'm just calling the action, folks. I get the opportunity and the chance, and I'm blessed to be out here and watch these kids play. And especially on emotional week here, and I'm glad the kids are – I'm here for the kids. So Hurd to kick off, and Reynolds deep for the Rams. So I appreciate you folks out there listening in. Here goes the Vikes. Kicks it. He's going to squib it deep. He kicks it over Reynolds' head back through the end zone. And that'll be a touchback by Tristan Hurd. I think when they've kind of lulled him to sleep where he's kicking those squib kicks. And they kind of come up a little bit. And then Hurd booms one inside the 10. And it rolls through the end zone for a touchback. And that means Loyola will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So we'll be getting ready to go with Cotton Eye Joe here at the end of the third quarter, right? You guys ready to shout out and dance? Rams come out 1st and 10, doubles, 2 receivers each side. Russell, shotgun formation, Reynolds on his right side here. And the snap to Russell, looking, throws the out, complete. There's to Jones, and run out of bounds there by Andrew Olson on the coverage on the completion out to 33. Taylor Jones. He'll pick up 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Loyola, and they'll send out doubles. 2 receivers each side. Russell, Reynolds in the backfield, shotgun formation. Russell, quick pass out, throwing those quick screens, completes it out there. And in on the tackle for Bigfork. 38 as some for Bigfork. Sean Benson. Yeah, they pick up a first down as they get out to the 37-yard line as that pass is complete to number 11, Coulter Russell, the younger brother of Keenan. And 1st and 10 for Loyola, 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And 1st and 10 from their own 37. Trips out to the left side, single receiver right. Russell, shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to Reynolds. Reynolds up the middle. Met there by a host of Vikings. Getting up from the bottom there. We'll see. 42 in on the check that 43 in on the tackle. That's Wyatt Johnson for Bigfork. Thank you, Robin Shanks. You guys out listening there at the high school. Appreciate it. Trips out to the left for Loyola. Russell's going to hand it to Reynolds. Reynolds met immediately in the backfield, bounces outside, but a host of Vikings right there. And trying to catch the numbers who made the tackle as Russell hands it off. I got 43 and 38 for the Vikes on the tackle. Wyatt Johnson along with Sean Benson. And he'll lose, I believe, back to the 35-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 12. Actually, 3rd down and 13. It'll be at the 34-yard line of Loyola. And it'll bring up A 3rd and 10 for the Rams. 3 quarters complete here from Loyola, Missoula, Montana. On your Hanson Excavating scoreboard, it's the Vikings 42, the Loyola Rams 0. And I see the folks there listening from Missoula. Thanks, I appreciate the kind words. Wallen's grandma and grandpa listening as well out there. They're playing just an awesome game tonight, and really proud of these boys. So you're going to want to stick around for the post-game show. I know Coach Jim Ben promised me he'd come up. No pregame. Things were, and I understand and appreciate that from him. We didn't do a pregame interview, but he said he would talk to me in postgame and bring somebody with him, at least one guy. So we'll listen to those guys. Doubles. 2 receivers each side. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his right side for the Rams on 3rd down. 3rd and 12. Russell will give it off to Reynolds. Reynolds grabbed from behind and brought down. Tripped up there. Venegas in on the tackle for the Vikings. For Bigfork. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th and 12. They picked up a yard on the play. They'll be spotted down at the 35. And 4. That's Rafe Conzen to kick. Epperly and Wyatt Hurd will go back deep to receive for Bigfork. Kicks it low. Epperly picks it up at the 35. Going to run out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. 3 on the return. And he's run out by Loyola's, I believe, number 3. Yes, that is. Number 3, Clayton Ogilvie. It'll be the Vikings football at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bigfork here. Under 11 minutes to go in the ball game here from Missoula, Montana. It looks like Thornus in the ball game at quarterback for Bigfork. So some of the reserves, 2nd-string guys, 3rd-string guys getting to play for Bigfork. He's going to hand it off. And breaks it up there. Oh, I believe that's – I checked that. I thought it was Wyatt Hurd, but no, it's 38. Number's hard to see. That's Sean Benson on the carry. Benson will take it out to the 45-yard line. Picks up 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Vikings. Quarterback, Elijah Thornus, number 5. Benson, the running back. 2 receivers out to the right side for Bigfork. Shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to Benson. Benson left side, breaks it up the middle, across the 50. They're going to get out into the 45 and brought down inside the 45 on the tackle. Number 16 on the tackle. Aiden Round.
Correction on the quarterback, my apologies. Number 5 is sophomore, Elijah Thornus.
So Thornus at quarterback for Bigfork. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 from the 49 or 44 of Loyola. And Thornus right up the middle, takes it across inside the 40 down near the 36-yard line. And they're going to spot it at the 37-yard line. It'll bring up a pickup of 7. We'll call it 2nd and 3 for the Vikes. Beautiful, cool night here in Missoula, Montana. Under the lights, Friday night lights, the Vikings taking on the Rams. Thornus, shotgun formation. Benson on his right side, 2 receivers out to the right. Hands it off. And he's met, but he breaks it. So turnover on downs. It'll be Ram football at their own 35-yard line. 6:55 and counting to go in the ball game here from Missoula, Montana. The Vikes leading on 42-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Doubles. Throws the screen out to the left side, does Russell. And, oh, man, over there. What a nice open field tackle on the far side for Bigfork. Jamison on, and Venegas on the tackle right at the 40-yard line. There is a flag on the far side. We're going to see what that is momentarily. They're walking it back, so that's got to be against Loyola. And that's a holding call. That'll be 10 yards from the spot at the 40, takes it all the way back to the 30. And that'll bring up 1st and 15 from their own 30 on the penalty on Loyola of holding. Right at the 30, 1st and 15. Trips out to the right, single receiver to left. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his left side. Going to hand it off to Reynolds. No, Russell keeps it up the left side. And Russell taken out of bounds by Venegas up near the 45. Let's see where they're going to spot that, where he went out of bounds on the far side. It'll be short of the first down as they spot it. He went out at the 41-yard line. He picked up 11, and it'll bring 2nd down and 4 for Loyola. So 2nd and 4 for the Rams. We got doubles, 2 receivers each side. Reynolds on the left side, and Russell in shotgun formation. Russell on the snap, looking to throw deep over the middle. Got a man, but right there, Vikings on the coverage. Colter Russell, the intended receiver, runs right down the seam, the safety right there. And I want to see who that was. It's 88 for Bigfork. Wyatt Barnes on the coverage. And Loyola, 3rd down and 4. And they'll run 2 receivers on each side, so doubles. Russell, shotgun formation. Reynolds on his right side. Snap by Russell's going to give it to Reynolds. Reynolds right up the middle. He's met right there. Reynolds picks up a couple, brought down there by 57. And 71 for Bigfork. 71 is Evan Tidwell for the Vikings. So he picks up a couple. We'll call it 4th down and 2 from their own 43-yard line. They got to get to their 45, and they'll run doubles, or 2 receivers right, 1 left, and single setback. Russell looking, going to get run down. Russell there from behind, taken down by Venegas. Venegas with another sack of Russell. He comes from his defensive end side on the far side and takes him down at the 42-yard line. It'll be turnover down downs. Bigfork football, 3:40 to go here in the ball game, and the Vikings defense comes up with another stop. Andy listening out there, better announcer than umpire, and I would agree with that. It's a lot more fun. I don't get yelled at. Vikings with the football, 2 receivers out to the right. Thornus at quarterback. Going to hand it off. And it looks like Benson will take it across the 40 and still pushing and still churning. And he's going to take it down inside the 40, about the 38-yard line. It is Benson on the carry. Yeah, we'll pick up 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6 for Bigfork. Just short of the 38-yard line of Loyola. He'll put 2 receivers out to the right side. And Thornus, shotgun formation, direct snap. Tries to give it and hand it off. They're taken away by Loyola on the inside handoff. Hurd on the carry. Out of the wing. He's going to lose it back to the the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Vikings. 2:10 to go here in the ball game. And the Vikings leading. Well, if you wondered what resilience these kids have, they have shown it tonight here in Missoula, Montana. Very proud of these kids and the way they came out tonight, dealing with everything they've had to deal with all week. Shotgun formation is Thorness. Thorness snaps, gives it off. Flag flies, and 26 on the carry. Sean Plummer for Bigfork. He takes it inside the 40, but they're going to have to see what the penalty is. Took it down to the 38. Illegal procedure called against Bigfork. I think by looking at the side judge, one of the receivers was not lined up on the line. That's to cover the other guys up. Too many men in the backfield, so illegal procedure. And we'll see legal procedure call against Bigfork. And Loyola will decline that because that'll bring up 4th down from the 38-yard line. And 4th and about 6 for the Vikings with 1:42. Snap, gives it up. Benson going to try left side. He's going to be short. Gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And we turn over to Loyola. And Loyola will get it at their own 38-yard line with under a minute and a half to go. So 1st and 10 for the Rams here at their own 38-yard line here in Missoula, Montana. And Russell, shotgun formation, trips out to the left side. Single receiver to the right. Russell, Reynolds right next to him on his right side. He's going to look to try to throw one deep. He's got a man wide open. Let him go behind him. Ogilvy on the reception gets by Olson. And Ogilvy inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line as the clock continues to run. Under 30 seconds to go here in the ball game. Loyola still has a couple timeouts, but they're not going to call it here. And the Vikings trying to pitch a shutout. They'll get one more play, I think, 20 seconds to go. Trips out to the left side, single receiver to the right. Russell, shotgun formation. Venegas right there. Going to throw it deep in the corner. Picked off there, or incomplete, as Olson does a nice job there and knocks it away. Incomplete on 1st down. And that's your final here from Missoula, Montana. On the UPS Store scoreboard, it is the Vikings winning this one and moving to 5-0, 2-0 in conference play. 42-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Stick around. I will have Coach Jim Ben and at least one player up here for your post-game show. And I'll give you your post-game stats here from Missoula, Montana, as the Vikings move to 5-0 on the season. Loyola moves to 3-3, and the Vikings home next week. 7 o'clock, homecoming night there in Bigfork. Game time 7 o'clock as they take on the Anaconda Copperheads in Bigfork. And I'll be there with you as well, announcing that ball game. Don't forget, again, Valkyries action tomorrow. A battle for first place as they take on the Lady Blue Hawks of Thompson Falls, freshmen. 1 o'clock, 2:30 JV, and 4 o'clock will be varsity. So you want to get there early in case the earlier matches get done earlier. We usually try not to start too early. So anyway, get there tomorrow. Check out the Valkyries. I'll be back with your full game stats and post-game show here from Missoula, Montana. Once again, their final. The Vikings win this one 42-0 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Nice to see the kids out there, all of them coming together and hugging each other. I'm sure that Loyola knows about what the Viking players have been going through this week, coming together and praying together. That's hats off to Loyola for thinking of that and coming together with the Vikings at midfield after the ball game. It's been a tough rivalry between those guys, but in the end, you can always when you step off the field, you're friends. You're battling when you're on the field or on the court, but afterwards, it's just a game, right? Life is more important than that. So take a look at your full game stats before I get the coach and player up here. You want to stick around for that. Brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. Again, Marcus Bogos and Kelly Bogos and the gang at Bigfork Harvest, always proud sponsors of Viking and Valkyrie Sports, and really appreciate them a lot. 8111 Highway 35, Bigfork, Montana, 837-5010. Amazing bakery, deli. Just love going there, and they have. You ask Marcus if there's something they don't have something. You ask us, he'll get that brought in for you. So I really love that as well. So before I get the coaches up here as they meet and we'll talk, let me give you your full game stats here from Loyola as the Vikings win this 42-0. So Bigfork 28 in the first, 7 in the second, 7 in the third, 42 overall. Loyola drove the ball down, had a couple chances, but the Bigfork defense really stepped up when they needed to. Correction on that interception return. I saw the number 2 was actually Wallen. As a pass was completed, punched it out, and Abney picked it off and ran it 80 yards back for the touchdown. So great job. A little tough sometimes to see the numbers up from here, especially when they go on the far side. Anyway, Wallen, 7 for 8, 120 yards and 1 touchdown. Levi Taylor, 7 carries, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. Epperly, 5 receptions, 88 yards, leading the way for Bigfork. Keenan Russell, 9 of 14, 99 yards. Nice night for him. And 10 carries for Russell, 51 yards. Clayton Ogilvie, 2 receptions, 48 yards. And especially that last one. Plays 40-41, Bigfork 40, Loyola 41, but the difference is in yardage. Yardage 377 total for Bigfork, 176, so basically outgaining them 201 yards. Time of possession pretty much close, 23-45 for Bigfork, 24-15 for the Vikes. Rushing attempts, 32 for 257 yards for Bigfork, 27 for 77 for Loyola. 7-8, completion 9 of 14, 120 yards passing, and 99 for Loyola. 1 touchdown, no interceptions for Wallen, so took care of the football. No fumbles, no turnovers by Bigfork. 1 interception by Loyola. 16 first downs for Bigfork, 10 for Loyola. Penalties, just 1 penalty, they said, against Loyola the whole game. I thought there was more than that, but I'm just going by what the stats say. 3rd down conversion, 3 of 7 for Bigfork, 2 of 9 for Loyola. 4th down, 2 of 4 for Bigfork and 0 for 2 by Loyola. Penalty yards, 2 by Bigfork for 25, 1 for 10. So pretty clean game tonight. Bigfork did not have to punt the ball at all tonight. 5 punts by Loyola, 29.6 average. Again, overall, let's take a look. Wallen, 7-8, 120, 1 touchdown. Levi Taylor, 7 for 161 and 2 touchdowns. George Buckland, 7 for 34, 1 touchdown. Patrick Wallen, 4 for 23, 1 touchdown. Sean Benson, 5 for 21. Wyatt Hurd, 2 for 10. Thornus, 2 for 10 yards. Plummer, 1 for 1. Wyatt Johnson, 1, no yards. Ferrier, 2 for -1. And Twisted Hurd, 1 for -2. Receiving-wise, Epperly leading the way. 5 receptions, 88 yards. Nick Walker, 2 catches, but a big one for a touchdown, 32 yards overall. Venegas leading the way. Venegas, you heard me call his name toward the end of the ball game. He just really got after the quarterback, Russell, and when able to chase him down towards the end the ball game when Russell was trying to throw to get him a chance to score. So 6 total tackles for Venegas, 4 solo, and 1.5 for loss. Wyatt Hurd, 4.5. Buckland, 3.5. Levi Taylor and Betts, 2.5. Wallen, Gilliard, Olson, and Andrew Olson and Wyatt Johnson, 2 apiece. Isaac Epperly, Braden Goosey, Ethan Rodriguez, 1.5. Trey Rodriguez, Cole Konopkic, George Brown, 1 apiece. Tristan Hurd, and a whole bunch of them. Vaughn Penley, Nick Walker, Joseph Ferrier, Sean Benson, Manny Baldy, and Abe Oakes with a half, and Apney gets the interception return for the touchdown. Tristan Hurd 6 for 6 on extra points, tries and attempts. I think the change with the new snapper really brought things down, and they're going to need that going down the stretch. Can't miss those extra points. I've seen that in the past. Can come back to haunt a team when you need those, especially in those tight ball games. Epperly, punt returns 2 for 15, Ferrier 1 for 4, and kick returns 1 for 8 by Isaac Epperly. So a great overall ball game by the Vikings. As I continue to talk, waiting for the coach. Hope he remembers to come up here. We'll take a look at the scoring. So Taylor, 55 yards out with 11:23 in the first quarter. Hurd's kicks good. Buckland, 3 yards out. 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Russell pass complete to Malik Little, punched out by Wallen right into the hands of Jackson Abney, who returns it all the way for the touchdown, and Hurd's kick is good with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. With 35 seconds to go, Levi Taylor puts another one in from 40 yards out. Hurd's kick is good, 28-0. Second quarter, Wallen. Pass complete to Nick Walker. A nice pass in the corner on the flag route to Nick Walker for 20 yards and a touchdown. Hurd's kick is good, 35-0. And in the third quarter, Wallen runs for 16 yards out. Touchdown kick by Hurd is good, 42-0. That is your final here in Loyola. Missoula, Montana, looking for Coach Ben and see if I can get him over here on the post game. He said he'd come talk to me, so hopefully that still is the case. I'll be back with the coach and at least one of the players here on the post game show from Missoula, Montana. The final, the Bigfork Vikings win this one 42-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Stick around for the coach. I'll find out if he's still coming. He's over there talking as the players are hugging and talking to each other and the family here on a very emotional week here at Bigfork High School. I'll be back momentarily with the rest of the post-game show from Missoula. All right, bringing up Levi Taylor coming up the stairs inside. And talk to him about the game and stuff. And Jim Ben down there hugging everybody. Understandable what's going on. And maybe get Tristan Clark up here to talk about the game as well. So I know it's an emotional night and talk about this and the stats. And I always appreciate these kids. They're just unbelievable kids. So I'll bring in Levi Taylor, the leader of the Vikings. Let me hang on to this for you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk into that. Kind of make the whole that. How you doing, Levi?
I'm doing good.
You know, I wanted the fans out there to hear from you guys. I mean, I know it's been just an unbelievable, emotional week, and talk about your team and everything you went through and what your mindset was in coming to this game, you know, after everything that's gone on.
Well, we just knew we had to bring it. I mean, like you said, it's been a tough week, and that's what happens when you lose somebody like that. And we just wanted to get it done. We wanted to get it done. This is a place we've never won before, so that had a little bit more pressure on it. So we just wanted to play our hardest, and it truly was a blessing. God really provided for us in it, and He's really been with us through it all. So all the glory goes to Him for everything that we did today.
Man, you guys played well. It seemed like, you know, you got out strong, you know, 11:23 to go, in the first quarter, and you take one in 55 yards, and then Tristan puts it in, for the extra point, 7-0 early. So I think you came out and set a statement going on. You know, you finished with 161 yards, but I thought, Patrick played well, Isaac played. I mean, your whole team played well. Even when Loyola had chances and were driving, you guys came with the tip after, where the kid caught the ball and Patrick punched it out and Abney returned it for the touchdown. Your defense stepped up time and time again, and then your offense was clicking.
Yeah, we just never give up, and that's what's rare about this team. We're just built like brothers, and so we just keep grinding no matter what's going on, no matter what we're going through. We just want to take it to them.
I noticed Coach Ben make a little change. You're snapping the ball now. Were you snapping before? I thought it was
long snapping.
Yeah, long snapping for extra points.
Me and Bryce switched it up for a little bit, but then I've done it for most of my career. So then I kind of came back these last couple weeks.
That really, I'm telling you from my perspective, is because, and I've seen this in the past when Kanan played, where that game down at Red Lodge, those extra points cost us that playoff game. And here, I think that change really, you could see.
We got a kid that can put it through this year.
Oh, yeah. But I think the key was getting the snap and getting it down. We know he can kick it, but if you don't get the snap right and get Patrick to get it down, he can't use his leg.
Yeah,
right?
And Pat does a great job with that, because I give him some ugly ducks, and he puts them down. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I noticed a little bit different, and I'm nothing against Bryce, right? But I mean, I saw the change, and you guys, Tristan was 6 for 6 tonight, so it made every one of your extra points, and maybe that was your mindset. I mean, your team was really coming off the emotion. You came in the game. You never know how kids are going to react. And Nick Walker, nice touchdown by him.
He had a good grab.
He had some good catch, and Isaac really caught the ball well today, and Patrick threw the ball well. Only one incompletion all night by Patrick Wallen. So great job by you and your teammates. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me on the postgame show. I know you want to get back out with your teammates, and I really thought something that was very cool was when they're bitter rivals with us, Loyola. They have been since 2009 when we joined Class B. I know I was back around that time. So, but you guys came together and prayed at the end of the ball game, and I thought that was very special of them to come and do that with you after you gave them, the business, if you will, 42-0.
Well, we like to have that little rivalry going, and I'm sure it'll come back up during basketball season. It gets a little bit more intense, but they told us they've been praying for us all week, and we really appreciated that, and we're happy that we got to pray with them at the end. That truly was a blessing, Even though we didn't say the same Lord's Prayer, it was the Lord's Prayer, so it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you. I should actually.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate you, Joe, taking the time to join me on the post-game show. So
anytime.
Great job, Levi. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Love you, brother.
Good to see you.
All right, Levi Taylor on the post-game show. I don't think I'm going to get one of the coaches up here, but you know what? That's enough talking to Levi, senior leader for the Bigfork Vikings. I'm going to wrap things up here from Missoula, Montana. On your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard, it's the Vikings moving to 4-0 on the season. Nice job and nice way to come out tonight after a very emotional week, as Levi has said. And thanks to Loyola for praying for our kids all week and then praying after the game with them after Bigfork really showed up and did a number on them. So we really appreciate the Loyola Rams and hosting the game tonight. Once again, James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vals. Vikings back in action next week, 7 o'clock at home, homecoming night, as they take on the Anaconda Copperheads. They're 4-0 on the season. Check 5-0 on the season. Unbeaten in conference is Bigfork. Thanks for joining tonight out there on the post-game show and for the game all along. I appreciate your texts out there and listening in. Once again, from Missoula, Montana, your final 42-0. Thank you and good night wherever you are. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow at the high school for the Valkyries taking on the Lady Blue Hawks of Thompson Falls. Thank you and good night.